midnight haze, chasing shadows in the darkest maze. Footsteps echo in the empty hall, mysteries waiting on our call. Bigfoot stomping through the pines, aliens sending secret signs, EVPs in the dead of night, ghosts dancing in the pale moonlight. Paranormal for what we bring it to you, truth behind the veil, gotta pursue you.
Talk about the strange.
Hello, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Nice to see everyone here. And tonight's show's going to be fun. We're going to do another show on some Cherokee legends.
Justin Decker, my man. How you doing?
How you doing, buddy? So puppy dog's already barking, huh?
Every time.
Yeah.
I'm about to kick her, you know what?
So Jason, you had a good week?
Yeah, I was off today. I took a day off to go to the doctor.
You got a lot of good news today, though.
I did. I don't have to take sugar or glucose medicine anymore. I guess I'm cured because all the walking and exercising I've been doing and eating right and trying to drink right.
Mm-hmm. Get you. So tonight we're going to be talking about Spearfinger. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, Michelle.
Spearfinger, which is
Spearfinger.
Yes. She's a shape-shifting stone witch.
Now, what's a stone witch?
Oh, you'll find out here in just a little bit. Her skin is so hard it cannot be pierced.
Oh.
Yeah, by anything. Knife, spear, anything. So, yeah. Interesting. You know, we're going to start this off. I want to say, close your eyes for a second. Just picture this scene in the back of your head. It's autumn. You're in the Great Smoky Mountains. Your Cherokee village is busy with the chestnut harvest. Smoke's rising from the controlled brush fires that make it easier to gather the fallen nuts. The children are playing near the edge of the forest when an old woman approaches along the trail. Now, she looks harmless, maybe even familiar. Maybe she kind of reminds you of your grandmother. She speaks in a comforting voice. Come, my grandchildren. Come to your granny and let's granny dress your hair. So one child approaches trustingly. The old woman smiles and begins to gently comb the child's hair, singing softly. Now the child relaxes, grows drowsy, and kind of begins to drift off to sleep. And then, fast as no one sees it happens, the old woman strikes with her right hand. There's not a scream. There is no blood, no visible wound. The child doesn't even realize what just happened. But days later, that child will become mysteriously ill, and then they'll die. Because this was not your grandmother. This was Untalunta Spearfinger.
Utalunta.
Yeah, Utlunta.
Utlunta.
Yep, Spearfinger. She just stole your child's liver.
Ooh.
Welcome to one of the most terrifying legends in the Cherokee mythology. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about Spearfinger, the stone-skinned shapeshifter who stalked the mountains between Tennessee and North Carolina. They preyed on vulnerable, leaving no evidence and inspiring one of the most cleverly orchestrated defeats in Native American folklore. Now, this isn't just a monster story. This is a teaching about deception, community, paying attention, and warning signs. The importance of listening not just to wise elders, but to the smallest voices in nature. So, in Cherokee language, her name is Utlunta, which translates exactly to "she had it sharp," or "the one with the pointed spear." But she's also known by another name, Nun Yu Nui, which means stone dress, because her entire body was covered in skin as hard as rock. What do you think, Jason? Pretty scary, right?
Yeah, pretty
How do you
scary.
kill something that has stone skin?
And eat their liver. I like when they eat the livers of little children.
Fava beans.
So what exactly is a skinwalker, you ask? Maybe. Or not skinwalker. Why am I saying skinwalker? Spearfinger. Maybe it's the same thing.
Well, she's a shapeshifter.
Yeah. So this was an ancient witch monster who had lived for generations upon generations, outliving countless Cherokee families, hiding in the mountains of what now is eastern Tennessee and western North Carolina. But here's what made her truly unique. Her right index finger, yeah, that one, transformed into a long, sharp blade like a obsidian knife. So this wasn't a weapon she carried. It was part of her body. An organic blade protruding from her hand, sharp enough to pierce flesh and long enough to reach inside the body and extract what she wanted. And what she wanted was livers, specifically human liver. Human liver. Her mouth was perpetually stained with blood from all the livers that she had consumed over the centuries. Once you saw that blood red mouth up close, it's too late. Her skin was literally made of stone, not stone like, but actual living rock. Arrows shattered against her, spears broke on impact, knives couldn't scratch her. No weapon made by human hands could pierce this stony hide that she had. So when she walked, she sounded like thunder, crushing rocks into the ground when she stepped on them. Now the cat's going crazy.
It's because
her voice echoed down the mountains to the Cherokee villages and scared the birds of the forest, any which people learned to recognize as a warning sign. Now here's the most chilling detail of all. She kept her right hand clenched in a tight fist because she was hiding her heart in her palm. Yeah, that was her only weak spot. Her heart was literally inside her right hand, the same hand with the deadly finger. So think about that strategic horror. The same hand she used as a weapon was also her vulnerability. So you'd have to get close enough to that deadly Spearfinger just to strike it. Yeah. Just cut her hand off.
Yeah, well, you can't.
Well, you can't. Yeah.
Yep. There's no way. Now, Spearfinger wasn't just stone skinned. She actually had powers over stone itself and could easily lift heavy stones and cement them together by merely striking one against another. So this made her superhumanly strong. She could pick up and move boulders that would take multiple men to shift. She could reshape rock with her hands. She was, in essence, a living embodiment of the mountains themselves.
Hmm.
Now, she used this power in the most arrogant way imaginable. Once, Spearfinger undertook to build a great rock bridge through the air from the tree rock on Hiawassee over to which is Whiteside Mountain located on the Blue Ridge. Now think about that scale. She was building a stone bridge through the sky connecting mountain peaks across vast distances. This bridge would allow her and others like her to travel from peak to peak without descending into the valleys where humans lived. Now, the structure irritated the higher beings because it came too close to their upper world. And higher beings saw her effort as arrogant, like man's Bible story of Babel. So they struck it with lightning. The lightning shattered her bridge, sending massive stones tumbling down across the entire ridge. And according to Cherokee tradition, those broken rocks are still visible today. In the 19th century, Cherokee pointed out the location where they claimed the ruins of Spearfinger's tree rock remain even today. They named the area along the mountain Hiawassee and Valley Nantahala. The site of these remains in Blount County is called Utulunti, which means the Spearfinger's place. What do you think about that?
Mm-hmm.
Now, you could go there and you could see where her bridge fell. The geography itself bears witness to this legend.
Wow.
Yeah.
We need to go there.
We will have to go there sometime. Pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
It's really close to us.
Yeah, it's what, 20 minutes away?
Yeah.
30. So Spearfinger, she wasn't a random wanderer. She had specific territories where she hunted. And Cherokee communities learned to recognize the danger zones. So this story places her along Chilhowie Mountain and the Little Tennessee River, roaming across the Nantahala passes and other southern Appalachian ridges, with Whiteside Mountain in Jackson County remembered as one of her favorite thunder mountains. These aren't fantasy locations. They're specific Smoky Mountain places that can still be walked today. And all of the Cherokee families continue to point toward cliffs and river bends as markers of where the liver eater once moved through the world. And her favorite home was Whiteside Mountain, which is a massive granite dome with some of the highest sheer cliffs in the Appalachians. When you stand at the base of those cliffs and look up at the rock face, it's easily to imagine why Cherokee tradition would place a stone-skinned monster there. The mountain itself feels like it's made just for her.
Pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
You have this lady that can live almost forever. Does that sound like another story that we just told not too long ago?
Yeah.
Of the Raven Mocker?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy. Now, the trails between Chilhowie Mountain and the Little Tennessee River stream banks where people went to drink water. The shadowy Nantahala River passes areas where children pick strawberries near villages. Anywhere Cherokee burned their autumn brush fires, that last point is crucial. In autumn, Cherokee peoples have traditionally burned brush fires covering entire mountainsides so that the Cherokee could easily hunt the fallen roasted chestnuts. So Spearfinger is attracted to these fires. So the very activity that sustained Cherokee communities, the chestnut harvest, became the beacon that drew the liver eater to them. She would see the smoke rising from the valleys and know people are there. So she used a deception above all. And this is one of the things that makes Spearfinger fundamentally different from many other monsters in the world of folklore. Her greatest weapon wasn't her stone skin or her spear finger, it was deception. This dangerous attribute was deception. She hid her finger under her robe until she used it. Many times she appeared looking like an old village woman and approached children who trusted her as one of their older village members. She offered to comb their hair and lulled the children to sleep. She was a monster of shape-shifting. She could take on any appearance that she chose. Though her favorite disguise was that of a harmless old woman, specifically a grandmother or a favorite aunt. Now think about the psychology of this. Children are taught from birth to respect their elders, to trust their grandmothers, and to listen to aunts who offer kindness. So she weaponized these cultural values. She turned trust itself into a trap.
Brush my hair. I'm going to sleep.
You want me to brush your hair?
Yeah, you can brush my hair.
Michelle brushes mine every morning and I don't go back to sleep.
Oh, Lord. I bet it takes her 2 hours.
No, it's like 5 minutes. I mean, it's not that much there.
So there are a lot of tales of her deception, including her trick of turning into her victim, hiding the body, and going into the victim's home just to wait until the parents left or the family was asleep to take all of their livers. She was a liver-hungry witch. Let that sink in. Let it sink in a little bit. Jace is over here listening to me. He's going to not sleep tonight now. She didn't just kill a child. She would transform into that child, hide the body, go back to their home, and wait for the rest of the family. Then she'd kill them all.
She liked liver.
Yes, I guess. So your child comes home from playing, you hug them, you feed them, you put them to bed, and that night, it's not your child in that bed. It's a stone witch wearing your child's face, waiting for you to fall asleep so she can kill everybody in the house. Wow. That's a good bedtime story. Once she makes herself part of the victim's world, she does like the ability to change her form while still in, if she's in anybody else's sight. So she had to commit completely to the disguise once she chose it. This made her patient, methodical, calculating. Hey, Tyler.
Hey, Tyler.
So the Cherokee, they've traditionally been very cautious about strangers and were suspicious of those who wandered off alone. They could come back as the liver eater in disguise. So this created a culture of heightened awareness. So if someone left the village and came back acting weird, they had to be watched carefully. If a child wandered into the forest alone and returned, parents would scrutinize their behavior. Any odd mannerism, any slight difference in voice or temperament, that could be a sign that it was the Spearfinger. Yeah. You got to watch it. Watch Baby Dog when she goes outside.
We do. We make sure because, man, she should be the perfect one. Now, her attack is very quick. When she steals liver, her finger does not leave a scar. Victims do not feel the wound. And then several days after the unnoticed attack, the victims become ill and die. So think about this. No scar, no pain. You don't even know about it.
That seems like magic.
Mhm. She's a good witch, isn't she?
Yes.
So she stabs her victims in the back of their neck or through their heart, drawing out their livers. The spearfinger would pierce the body. Excuse me. Reach inside, extract the liver, and withdraw, leaving absolutely no mark in the skin. Man.
Okay.
Yeah. So victims wouldn't feel it. They'd walk away from the encounter thinking they'd just had a nice conversation with a kind old woman who combed their hair. Days would pass, then the sickness would start. There'd be weakness, fever, decline, and then they would pass. No one would know why. There was no wound to examine, no obvious cause, no evidence at all of foul play. Just another unexplained death, another life cut short by unknown illnesses. Now, this is pretty brilliant horror because it's completely unfalsifiable. How do you prove someone died from having their liver stolen when there's no physical evidence? How do you warn people about an attack if they can't feel it? The only clue was the warning signs that came before she arrived. When people see flocks of birds scatter and hear that thunder, they know she's here. Birds fleeing an area, a sound like distant thunder rolling down from the ridges. These were the only advanced warnings the Cherokee had. Her song, and sometimes if you were very unlucky, you would hear her singing it. Hold on a second. Man. Dancing in Clouds, she sang her favorite song with her raven friend. Now, I don't know. I don't know exactly what this is, but I'm going to try this. Okay.
Okay.
Ooh la na sku su sa say liver I eat it. Su sa say ooey la na sku su sa say. That's her song. So sometimes a solitary hunter had seen an old woman with a queer looking hand going through the woods singing low to herself. Now, when hunters heard that song, they would flee back to their villages as quietly as they could. Because if you heard the liver eater singing her song, she was close. And if she was close, you were already in danger.
Yeah. Interesting.
Very interesting.
Well, you know, Spearfinger wasn't the only stone being in the Cherokee mythology. Another mountain legend concerning stone beings tells of Nununui. Nununui. Hey, like that. I sound like a Cherokee.
Love it.
Which means stone man. So when Stone Man and Spearfinger pass each other, they sense their relation. Stone Man was in many ways even more powerful than Spearfinger. He also ate livers. He also had stone skin. But he possessed a magical staff that could create bridges between mountains. And his voice was so deep and resonant that when he sang his liver hunting song, the ground would shake. But they weren't allies. They were competitors. They were rivals. When they encountered each other in the mountains, they recognize their kinship, but also their competition starts. Now, this detail adds complexity to the legends. Spearfinger wasn't the apex predator. There were others like her. The Cherokee weren't just dealing with one monster. They were living in a landscape where multiple stone beings hunted them.
Yep.
What do you think about
Stone Man too.
Stone Man.
Yes. Spearfinger's attacks continued over the years, decades, and generations, and the fear grew. Entire communities lived under the threat of this liver eater who could appear as anyone, strike without a warning, and leave no evidence. So the Cherokee called a great council, including towns like Tomotley, Tanasi, Sitico, and Chota, which were hunted by the liver eater.
These little towns are right next to us.
Right here. Yeah, right here. I think where she supposedly, well, we'll find here. I won't. We'll just keep going.
Tomotley was, I'm thinking, is out on not 72, but Tellico Parkway out in that area.
Right.
You know where your other building is?
Yeah.
It's out in that area.
Okay. Then you have Tanasi, we all know.
Yeah.
Sitico, we know where that is. And Chota.
Yeah.
Now these weren't small villages calling a meeting. These were major Cherokee towns, centers of population and power. And when they came together for a council, it meant the problem had become existential. Children were dying, families were being torn apart, and entire communities paralyzed by fear. Parents warned their children constantly, do not go into the forest alone, because Spearfinger waited for them and made sure they knew she would appear as grandmother or their favorite aunt. But this fear wasn't enough. Warnings aren't enough. She was way too clever, way too patient, and very powerful. Something had to be done.
Something had to be done. So here's the plan. The medicine man, Adawahe, revealed Spearfinger's deception and proposed a trap. They would make a pit covered with brush and a smoky fire. Now here's the genius of it. They would use her own hunting method against her. They knew she was attracted to smoke from the fires. They knew that she couldn't resist approaching when she saw the telltale signs of Cherokee activity. So they dug a deep pit, enough that would, even with her supernatural strength, she wouldn't be able to get out of it. Then they covered the pit with branches and brush. Then they lit the fires and created the smoke signals. And then they waited. Then they made a huge bonfire. And when Spearfinger saw that smoke, she came down into the village and chased all the young men right to the trap. Just as the medicine man had planned. She didn't see the pit. So she fell in it. So it worked. Spearfinger, in her arrogance, assumed the smoke meant easy prey. She descended from her mountain haunts, came charging toward what she thought was a vulnerable community. And she fell straight into the pit.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
But that's only the beginning.
Did they get her or did they not get her?
So shoot as true and as often as they could, their arrows struck the stony mail of the witch, only to be broken and fall useless at her feet, while she taunted them and tried to climb out of the pit to get at them. So the greatest warriors of multiple Cherokee towns, armed with their finest weapons, raining arrows down into the pit. Every arrow shattering, every spear breaking, every weapon was useless. She laughed at them from the pit. She offered her breast to the anxious warriors, her mocking laughter rising from the pit as she shattered weapons to continue to rain down on her. She knew there was nothing they could do to hurt her. She knew her stone skin made her invulnerable. She knew eventually she'd climb out of that pit and kill them all. I have wasted much time in pretense, she said. I could drive you from your lodges, leave you trembling like the frightened rabbits in the forest. I could kill you at my leisure. Now, at this time, the warriors began to panic. Their trap had worked, but it was pointless. They had caught an invincible enemy.
Hmm. Then guess what happened?
This is the true heroes of the story.
Yeah, the birds came, right?
Mm-hmm.
Messengers from the upper world. The old stories say that there were only two, the titmouse and the chickadee. Time and again, the two birds
Flitted.
flitted, whatever that means, through the smoke, singing. They were not ordinary birds. They were celestial beings. So in Cherokee cosmology, birds represented the upper world, the realm of light, the realm of truth and everlasting life. So the appearance of these two birds wasn't an accident. The higher beings who had struck down Spearfinger's bridge with lightning were now sending help to the Cherokee people. First came the titmouse called Etsugi. So the titmouse came along and sang on. This sounded like Onahu, which means heart. So they aimed for her heart. The warriors understood. They redirected all their arrows toward her heart, and hoping that was their weakness, her weakness. But when the arrows failed to kill her, they caught the titmouse and cut off its tongue. Ever since then, whenever people see the titmouse, they have a short tongue. They're reminded that it's a liar. So it was not that bird. It was not that the bird had lied on purpose, but that he simply was not specific enough. So he flew back to the upper world and never returned. So the warriors were in despair. Even the celestial messengers had failed them. You can talk about the other bird.
Yeah, the truth teller. A small bird the Cherokee called Tsitsi Kalili, or the Carolina chickadee. Now they watched from a nearby spruce branch and began to sing to the warriors. The Cherokee know the chickadee is a truth teller. Unlike the titmouse, the chickadee didn't just sing a word that sounded like heart. It flew directly to her and landed on her right hand, the clenched fist with the deadly Spearfinger. The chickadee bravely aligned on the yellow witch's deadly finger, and try as she might, Spearfinger could not shake it loose. It's like getting a booger on your finger and you can't get it off.
You roll it around and roll it in a ball.
So this tiny bird, showing incredible courage, perched directly on the most dangerous part of Spearfinger's body and began to sing, "Here, here, here." The warriors understood not her chest, her hand, the fist she always kept clenched. That's where her heart was hidden. So a warrior takes the hint and drives his spear into the place where finger and wrist meet. Her hidden heart is then split. One arrow, one perfect shot, right where the spear finger joined the wrist, severing the connection to her hidden heart. As an arrow struck the witch's palm, she let out a piercing scream. Her wounded hand poured forth a great quantity of blood. The death of Spearfinger, as she sank to the ground, her finger twitched and was still. Now the curse of Spearfinger, the liver eater, ended. So after generations of terror, after countless children stolen and families destroyed, And after all the failed attempts to stop her, one arrow guided by a small bird's courage ended it all. The stone woman collapsed, and the liver eater's right hand is cut off and raised outside the town as a warning to other stone beings like Nunyuwi, the stone man. They didn't just kill her, they cut off her hand, and the hand containing her heart, the hand with the deadly finger, and mounted it on a post at the edge of the village. It was a trophy. It's a warning, a message to any other monsters who might think about preying on the Cherokee. Stone Man, her other liver-eating friend, heard the victorious cheers and later saw her right hand with the spear on a post beside the village. He considered himself warned. Knowing his own weakness, the Stone Man shrugged the warning off because no one knew it yet. So he continued to sing his song of war, livers and hunting.
So the Stone Man he was there, but Spearfinger was gone. So what did the chickadee get for a reward? So ever since the chickadee is known as a truth teller, and when a man is away on a journey, if this bird comes and perches near the house and chirps, his friends know he will be home soon and safe. So the chickadee became and remains a sacred bird in the Cherokee tradition. Its willingness to land on Spearfinger's deadly hand to risk its own life to show the warriors where to strike it earned it an eternal honor. So meanwhile, the titmouse, well-intentioned but not effective, became known as the bird that tells lies. Its shortened tongue is a permanent reminder that good intentions aren't enough, specifically when accuracy matters. So this is a beautiful teaching woven into the story. Two birds tried to help. One was vague and caused wasted effort, and one was specific and saved everyone. So the consequences of that difference are remembered forever in the appearance of the birds themselves.
What do you think? Hey, Jason Finch.
Hey, Jason.
Thank you, Jason.
Good story.
Yep. I think that it holds a lot, right? It tells you a lot of things. It teaches you to listen, and but then there's also, evil could be anywhere, and it's deceptive a lot of times that evil rarely appears as evil. The most dangerous threats come wearing familiar faces, speaking comforting words, offering kindness. So this teaches constant vigilance without paranoia, just being aware that appearances can be deceiving. Trust must be earned and verified, and even those who look like family might not be who they seem.
What's up, Stephen?
Hey, Stephen.
Thank you, Jason. We're glad you're listening.
Now, the warriors could have ignored the chickadee. It was just as small of a bird after all, but they listened and they paid attention. They trusted that even the smallest voice might carry crucial truth. So David Aftalan, writing about Native American theologies of animals, points to the roles of the titmouse and chickadee as moral agents whose speech and mistakes matter in the human world.
It also tells a story about nature, right?
Yep.
Her stone skin form an association with the mountains, like the Smoky Mountains and the Nantahala. it serves as a metaphor for the need to maintain balance with the land and to protect it from disruption. So Spearfinger's power came from her invulnerability, but she had a hidden weakness. And the lesson for that, everyone has vulnerabilities. The powerful aren't invincible. And sometimes the key to victory is discovering that one crucial weak point. So about warning signs, when the birds were fleeing, they sound like thunder. The strange behavior of someone who went into the forest, these were all early warning signals. Ignoring them led to death. Heeding them kind of gave you a chance to escape. So pay attention and trust your instincts when you're out there. Everyday life, trust your instincts.
Yes. You think she's really dead? Think she still maybe walk those mountains, crushing rocks beneath her stone feet, singing her liver-eating song?
No, I think she's gone. I think the warriors killed her, along with the help of the celestial beings, the birds.
Right. So, just like we did kind of at the end of the last one, kind of give a little bit of, back on where a lot of this stuff comes from, so when you visit the Great Smoky Mountains, remember that you're walking through a landscape of stories. The mountains aren't just beautiful geology, they're living narrative. They carry legends that have been told for thousands of years. And if you hike Whiteside Mountain, if you explore the Nantahala passes, if you camp near the Little Tennessee River, listen. Listen for birds taking sudden flight. Listen for sounds like distant thunder. Listen for that small voice that might be trying to tell you something important, right?
Mm-hmm.
He saved the Cherokee by being specific, being brave, and by landing right on the danger and singing, "Here, here, here." Sometimes the smallest voices carry the most crucial truth. So, like we did on the last one, books and resources for further exploration. There's a book, Myths of the Cherokee by James Mooney, 1900. Living Stories of the Cherokee by Barbara R. Duncan. The Origin of the Milky Way and Other Living Stories of the Cherokee by Barbara R. Duncan. 7 Cherokee Myths by G. Keith Parker. Cherokee Myths and Legends by Terry Norton. There's tons of places to visit. Definitely go visit the Museum of the Cherokee People in North Carolina. Great place, beautiful. They spent a lot of money on that place, and it's beautiful. You could also go to the Spearfinger place in Blount County, the Unkalufti Indian Village, Cherokee, North Carolina, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, cultural. So, during the Voices Festival, second Saturday in June, into these hills. I do want to go see that this year.
Yeah, I do too.
Cherokee Heritage Trails Guidebook. So there is all kinds of places that you can research and do a lot of this stuff. And now, what does he say? When y'all read into the story and the storytelling from Cherokee elders, how she was able to do things with stone and buried in the Benton McCain Trail under stone. Could she still alive is what I'm trying to say. She maybe.
I definitely think that physically no, but through the Cherokee storytelling, I think she's still alive in that part, Yeah. I mean, they keep her alive.
Oh, by telling the stories.
Yeah, by telling the story.
Right. I don't know. I mean, what would be nice is to actually have some people. I didn't know that. Did you see that? Michael at Forest of Monsters believes he had a run-in of some
Yeah.
sorts.
We'll have to listen to his argument.
Yeah. Look, I mean, we do know that Stone Coat still exists, right? And he was almost the same. I mean, same type of being, just a guy instead of a female. So,
Well, the specific story of Spearfinger from the Cherokee say they killed her.
right. And then they took her hand and put
Yeah.
it up as a warning to all other things.
So physically, I think she's gone, but like it could be her spirit still around. Never know.
Yeah. Stephen, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, it would be awesome.
Yep. And I misspelled awesome too. Look at that. That's what happens. They're real. Oops. So I have a couple of others that I'm working on. And let me get y'all's take on the next one that I'm probably going to finish, because it's pretty interesting. Let's see here. The next one I'm thinking about is Ukina. So this was a massive horned serpent, or kind of like a dragon, with blazing crystals on its forehead. Some people in the Cherokee claim that they still possess the magical crystals.
Hmm.
What do you think?
What's it called?
Ukinta. UK. Oh, wait. Ukina. Uktena. Uktina. Something like that.
Yukte.
But, yeah. It's a massive horned serpent.
Yeah, Stephen, Michael, we had him scheduled one time and he canceled on us. I think he got sick or something. I can't remember. But we tried to get him on here.
Yep. Yeah. Well.
So be on the lookout. Right?
Yeah, the next one.
In May. Yep. About the middle of May, we're going to be releasing a little short documentary.
Yes.
Something we're working on. So more to come on it. Stephen, you'll enjoy it too, and I hope you're going to be part of it if we can ever get a time.
Yeah, if we could ever get a time to get with you and, talk with you.
I actually been out there the last few days twice. Man, they're marking them trees up with purple everywhere. You can't hardly. I hope they don't block it off or whatever, but somebody's already vandalized it again.
This Saturday? Besides our show at night, I don't really think I have anything.
If we can go in the morning on Saturday, that would be good, because I've got to do something from 2 to 4. And then we got the show, but we could do it before the show.
Mm-hmm.
Just let us know what time you'd be able to do it.
It's gonna be fun.
Yes. All right. What do you think, David?
I think this is a wrap.
It's a wrap.
It's a wrap. Hope everybody enjoyed us talking about this. Depends on if we play Saturday. Okay.
Okay, yeah, just let us know.
Just let us know. I hope everybody enjoyed this show. I enjoy, getting to pull some of this stuff together, and Jason and I have fun doing all that stuff.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's half the fun. The other half is getting to talk with y'all about it. So definitely check us out Saturday. We are trying to get a guest, so hopefully that works out. If not, then we'll have something to talk about. We'll do something paranormal or something. So we already did the Bigfoot stuff, so we'll leave that alone for a minute.
Oh, and we will be hopefully, if they approve our application, we will be set up in Townsend. I think it's May the 2nd at the Bigfoot Festival. We're going to be up there doing a live show all day long.
Thank you, Justin.
Yeah, Justin. Hey, that offer still stands whenever you get ready. We need you to come on the show.
Right? He says he had to ask. You still convinced? Are you convinced yet Patty's real?
No, I'm not. I'm not convinced yet. I'm gonna wait till I can see the documentary.
Yep. Love you too, Jason Finch.
That was a good show. Patty is a good show. I mean, I like talking about it, but I'm on the fence with it. David's not. I am. Yeah. I'm not saying Bigfoot's not real, but this film, the Patty film, may not be. I'm just saying.
Well,
to the dark side.
Right. Thank you, Stephen. I don't know. I even watched too much. I mean, because I forgot the guy's name that is the guy that done film and made these costumes, and he got to see
Bill Munns.
Yeah, Munns, that's it. He's like, it ain't the same costume, not even close. So I
don't know. We'll see. We got
and if anybody has the expertise, it's going to be him. So but
he was also a very good friend of the family too.
Who was?
Munns.
Munns has just been one of the biggest. He started off being the biggest critic and then found out that there was nothing to criticize and said that there's no way that this was fake.
Yeah.
He says, all you have to do is look at the head and the neck. He goes, no one ever does. So, yeehaw.
He's a traumatologist, right?
No, he's a suit maker. And he knows all the tricks on how to make a suit.
What if his neck was broke or something? You never know.
Patty is
could have been a deformed.
Yeah. We can what if today. What if doesn't go anywhere?
It kind of walked the same way. I mean,
you could study it. I mean, once you've seen the film, I could get you out here and you do the same dang walk, Jason. That doesn't mean nothing.
I know.
Nothing.
We'll have to do another show. We'll have to do another show on that because I still got some questions.
Yeah, I was just.
Yeah, you poked a hornet's nest now.
I love it.
Yeah, it's I like talking about it, and I like getting David a little upset.
Well, I'm just saying, there's more proof that it's real than there is that it isn't.
I don't know.
Yeah, I do.
I know it's been.
Have no proof of when the film was even done. Even Munns says it. The film is dated 66. That's the film date. That's
they're going to analyze it, and they can tell when they analyze this film.
Analyze it. He actually got to hold the film in his hand. Munns.
Munns is not a filmologist.
Munns is a filmmaker.
He's a costume man.
He's also a filmmaker.
He don't work for.
He just did another show.
He don't work for Kodak. I mean, this needs to be analyzed by professional film people, makers, and they can tell when that was recorded.
No, they can't. It does not leave a date on the recording. It's not like our new digital cameras. There is no date on there.
It might
We
leave
even
it on
talked
the
about
film.
it tonight. No, it does not have a date. The cameras back then did not have digital features or anything that showed the dates.
Another hour show now. Now we're gonna get off here. We're gonna talk about this later. I got to do a little more research on this film.
Mm-hmm. Because he knows he's losing.
No, I ain't losing.
That's okay. That's all right. I still love you.
We're good.
He's a good guy, but he's wrong.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong. I'm just saying I don't know yet. My argument is to prove that it's wrong. Then if I'm wrong, it's going to be right.
That's not the argument. The argument is that you've got to prove that this disproves the Patty film that's been proven 100 times before to be legitimate. So you've got to disprove. You've got to disprove Patty first.
Yeah,
and you can't.
I need somebody to. Yeah, that's going to have to happen too.
For 20 years, 30, 40 years, people have tried to disprove Patty, and they can't disprove it.
Probably longer than that. When was it? 67. That's 30. That's 56 years.
40, yeah. See, they've tried to disprove it. No one can ever disprove it.
59 years. Yeah. We'll see. It'll come out. It'll all come out in the end. We'll know when time is over. We'll know if that thing was real.
I get you. All right, brother. Well, everybody, we had a great show tonight. Thank you, Stephen. And
I hate being a bad guy. I hate being a bad guy. Okay, right. We're going to hold on to that thought right there, Stephen. Don't even say it, David. Anyway, we appreciate everybody for coming out.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for being part of our shows and part of the discussions and everything, because it's what makes it fun. So remember, you can connect with us at paranormal411.org. Follow us on Facebook, YouTube for all of the latest updates. Remember, join us live every Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. Today it was 7:30, but whatever. And Saturdays from 8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time. You could also catch us on Subspace Radio and all major podcast platforms. Don't miss our books, East Tennessee Hauntings and Lore Edition 2, A Comprehensive Guide to Paranormal Investigations, and The Haunted Ledger. Remember, they're all available on Amazon or directly through paranormal411.org. Join us. Thank you, Michelle.
Yeah, thanks, everybody. And we'll see y'all Saturday.
Yes.
8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes.
We might do another. Well,
be there or be square.
We'll see what we do. I'm kind of anxious now. All right. Bye.
See everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Have you ever wondered what lurks in the shadows? What secrets the night hides? What strange phenomena might be happening just beyond your perception? Join us as we journey into the world of the paranormal, exploring everything from ghosts and UFOs to cryptids and unexplained occurrences. From haunted houses to all things paranormal, join us in the search for the truth behind the veil. Welcome to Paranormal 411.